Hello guys, welcome to the video and I hope you all are in the pink of your health. So today in this video we are going to discuss about the vocabulary, the things that you should keep in mind while preparing a bar chart. So basically there are various things and various kinds of diagrams and charts that you may be asked to describe in the IELTS writing test, and one of those is the bar chart. In today's lesson I would share some important advice that can help you improve your writing performance in your IELTS exam. So guys, describing data for task 1 IELTS writing is quite difficult and it will vary according to what you actually see. In other words, it is hard to simply teach some language for describing bar charts. Instead, your language will vary according to what the bar chart shows. What I mean by this thing is the whole criteria that is going to be cleared in this video. So in this video I am going to break the process down and show you some examples so that you can actually understand it. At the end you will be provided with a 9-band simple answers of the bar chart that can be about some data, and I will show you how to elaborate that thing in very precise manner. So starting with the bar charts, we all know that bar chart means the type of illustration of our task 1 that is represented with the help of bars that can be both vertically or horizontally. So this is the simple definition of a bar chart. And in the IELTS we have to write the data according to the 4 criterias of IELTS writing. They are task achievement, coherence, cohesion, lexical resources, and our grammatical range and accuracy. Moreover, in the task 1 of IELTS, as we all know that you cannot write more than 150 words and it is recommended to do it within 20 minutes. So it is difficult to arrange the ideas and do brainstorming within 20 minutes for the task 1. So in the bar chart, what I would like to suggest is that you really never have to mention everything about the chart. Rather, you should go for other relevant details only. They are the highest figure, the lowest figure, major differences, or you can say comparisons, and anything interesting. By anything interesting, I would like to clear it through an example. So in this video you are watching a bar graph about divorce rates in Finland and Sweden. So in this bar chart you have been provided with the details about the divorce rates that happened in Finland and Sweden in various years. They are 2011, 2012, 13, 14 and 15. So first of all, if we look towards the highest and lowest figures, the highest was in Sweden in 2012 and the lowest was in Finland 2012. Therefore, both highest and lowest figures occurred in the same year. So this is the interesting thing. So Similarly, you guys can also prepare such ideas while writing task 1. Never ever run behind mentioning all the details. Rather, go for the interesting details. Try to pick up the good things and good detailing. Another interesting factor in the same bar graph is that in every year except one, Sweden had a higher divorce rate than Finland. It was only in 2015 that Finland's divorce rate was higher than Sweden's. So these things are just like a center of attraction in your IELTS writing report of the task 1. So if you guys give such things in your task 1 answer, then surely you guys are supposed to get a very good score. Now The things I would like, or the tricks that I would like to share with you are: take time to read the question carefully, look at the data and make sure you understand it. Find the important data to describe, plan the structure, write the answer carefully, and check the answer. By what I mean, proofreading. So now coming towards the language for describing the bar charts. The bar charts are a little different because the language you would use depends on what is being described, and there is no common set language. So I repeat, in bar charts there is no common language. There is no word that can be used in every bar chart. The language or the vocabulary of your bar chart will depend on the type of the bar chart. So in the previous example about the divorce rate bar graph, you guys have seen that we were given the data that was changing according to the years. So in that case there were changes according to the years. In such cases the language used can be similar to that used in line graph. So in this case we guys can write the divorce rates increased, there was a rise in the divorce rates, so it is okay. Or you can say the divorce rates in Sweden peaked in 2012 at a little under 50% but fell in each of the subsequent years. So in this there was just a change in the data. So now I will show you one more bar chart and the language that should be used for that particular bar chart would be fully different from the previous one. Now look at the second bar chart. Here we are given different phone prices, like we are given the price of phone A, B, C, D and E. Now there is no progression according to the time. Now the changes according to the time are not there. The changes are according to the products. So in this the prices of every product are at the same point in time. So here we cannot use the word increase or the word decrease. So in this bar chart the language that you should use is the phone C cost £30 more than phone B, which cost £380. So this is the correct sentence of the bar chart. If you guys write the price rose from pound 380 for phone B to £410 for phone C, then the sentence is wrong, because in this there is no change. The changes are according to the product and the time is same. So you cannot use increase, decrease or the language that we use in line chart. In line chart the trends move according to the progression. So in this bar chart you guys cannot use the progression thing. I hope you understood this criteria. Now in the task 1 we all know that there are 4 paragraphs: introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2 and our overall, and there is no hard and fast rule. You guys can write the overall either before the BP1 or after the BP2. Now as told earlier, I will show you a sample answer about a bar graph. The chart below shows the total number of minutes in billions of telephone call in the UK, divided into 3 categories from 1995 to 2002. Now the first thing that you should note in this statement is that here we are provided a time. So the data is varying, the data is changing. So in this line chart the words like increase, decrease, fall, rise, these things can be used because the data is changing according to the time. So in this bar chart you can use 2 to 3 bps, and perhaps you would describe local fixed line phone calls first, then second paragraph for international and national, and the third paragraph for the mobiles. Another way in which you can break your data is one paragraph for half time period, like 1995 to 1998, and another paragraph for 1999 to 2002. So there are numerous ways in which you can categorize your data. So it depends upon you that how in a proper format you guys are providing the data. Now coming to the sample answer of this bar graph. So, starting our sample answer, the bar chart shows the time spent on three different kinds of phone calls in the United Kingdom over a period of 8 years, starting in 1995 and ending in 2002. The local calls were the most common type of phone call made during the entire period. Although both national, international, and mobile calls grew in popularity, to narrow the gap between these three types of calls by 2002. In 1995, the local calls were by far the most common type of phone call in the UK, with more than 70 billion minutes recorded on this chart. This is about double the amount of time spent on national and international calls, and more than 10 times as much as was spent on mobile phone calls. All the three types of phone calls grew in popularity until 1999, after which local calls decreased year on year until they ended up the period at around same figures as they began it, 70 billion minutes. National and international calls grew steadily over the recorded 8 years, from about half the popularity of local calls to only slightly less in 2002. Mobile phone calls, however, grew tenfold, from about 4 billion minutes to more than 40 billion. So this was the explanation of the bar chart. In this explanation, the word limit is about 150 words only, and the thing that is highlighted in this in this explanation is that don't run behind mentioning all the details. As you guys saw in this paragraph, we were given a lot of data. So rather than mentioning the data about each and every year, we have mentioned the data about the data in overall format. So do this thing, never ever exaggerate your data. Your word limit is the most important thing that is noted in the task 1. I hope you guys liked this video, and for another bar graph, the second bar graph, please see the part 2 of the video.